Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Andrei Angelkovski. Today we are in the prime Toronto beaches, and in behind me here, if you can recognize it, it's Jeff Reed's house and the final product. So we started this about 7 months ago, and originally it was about October where Jeff had purchased it for about $387,500, and now he's converted it into a $1 million home. So we're gonna go see Jeff now, and we're gonna go through a tour and show you the final product of this masterpiece. Come on over and I'll show you. Jeff! How's it going? How are you?
Good. Thanks.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. You guys all know Jeff Reed. He's the creator of this masterpiece. So, Jeff, how's the experience so far for you?
Good, good. Just finished up the final touches, and it's actually a beautiful day here. Let's just relaxing.
Yeah, it's a great place to relax.
Yeah.
So before we go in for the tour, a few things. So what a big difference what I noticed is the facing of the house.
Yep.
It used to be the white siding.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you turn it into here? It's brick, right? But it looks very old, antique brick.
Yep.
Can you explain this to them?
So we took the old white vinyl off, and we talked to a couple of the neighbors, and we were going around when we were asking questions about going to the Committee of Adjustment, and they all said that they wanted something that would integrate into the neighborhood. Originally we planned on going something a little bit more modern with stucco, but we managed to source out some reclaimed brick. This brick was actually installed in Detroit, and it was disassembled from a factory that was built in the 20s, and now the whole facade is brick that we brought in from Detroit. So it's got a rustic look to it.
Very rustic. And even right here, if you notice up here, what is this, Jeff?
That's clear cedar.
So you got cedar here. It makes it look very sort of cottagey, with
Yeah, a little bit contemporary.
Beachy,
yeah.
Contemporary.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You got the black windows here.
Mm-hmm.
And what type of windows are these?
They're shop painted black vinyl.
Okay.
So they're all vinyl. They're the low argon, so they're very good insulators for sound and very good insulators for the cold and heat. And they're shop painted, so they last a long time. And they're very cost effective too.
Okay. So what I wanted to show you guys is, Jeff has basically taken this house, which in 2011 it sold for a record low in all of beaches, okay, for a detached house. Now, what did he do in order to create it into a $1 million home? That's what we want to show you. This is what I want to show you guys on what the little things that Jeff did, which are very important, such as, keeping the character of the beaches in this property. Instead of making it basically a Home Depot build style, he turned it into a very, very unique and historical home, as we'll show you. So why don't we go inside and take a look, and you can kind of walk us through some of the things that you've done.
Sure.
Okay. So we'll start here. How are you doing, Jerry?
Good, how are you?
So when we're in here, like, we'll start off with the floors, Jeff. Like,
yeah.
Here, these are concrete floors.
Yeah.
And tell us about them.
So the challenge here was to get as high ceilings as possible, and we didn't want to remove these old joists from 1889. We wanted to restore them, and so we actually went down about a foot and dug down, and we poured concrete around the heated pipes. And once the concrete was poured, we took a big grinder the size of a lawnmower, and we ground the top and cut all of the aggregate, and then we did a big polish to it, and a sealer impregnator that gets right into the concrete, so that gives it a high shear or high sheen. And if you look closely, you can see that there's a lot of the aggregate is actually cut in half. So these are all stones that have been cut by the grinding machine.
Okay. And so they're heated floors. That's basically how the house is heated.
Yeah.
In-floor heating.
Yeah, all the house is heated with hydronic and floor heating through the pipes, radiant heating. And so you can see we're big on restoring. So we've restored, if you recall, we discussed the original brick from 1889 with a sandblasting process. We've repointed all the brick with some of the sand that was actually on site underneath the house. We used it as the aggregate mixture inside of the grout, inside of the mortar. And I think we've done a pretty good job of marrying the old and the new. You can see in the kitchen where the addition starts. So we've taken this old rustic look that we call the distillery look, or a hard loft conversion. Yeah. And we've got 8-foot ceilings now, plus the thickness of the joist, or the height of the joist, close to 9 feet. And in the kitchen, you can see that we've carried through with the industrial look. We've got a lot of wrought iron, exposed concrete, and rustic, rough-looking wood for trim, and that's the barn board trim. And yeah, that's the kind of look that we're looking for, is a real industrial, hard loft look.
So a lot of the lofts are found in Leslieville. We're in the prime beaches, which is still a very hot area. Now what Jeff has done, he's taken a little piece of Leslieville and brought it to the beaches. So this is very unique to the beaches, and this is why there's a lot of value in this, a lot of emotional value. So when you get the exposed beams here, you get the concrete floors, you get the barn wood right here, and you've used actually original barn wood on all your trim work. Mm-hmm. And you have the the bolts here, the glass railing here. Mm-hmm. And when you get to here's the barn sort of trim that I was referring to, and this is just incredible. Like you actually found a barn.
Actually, we found it in an old lumber yard. It had been sitting for a couple of years, and that's why you'll see it's quite a coarse grain to it, because of the water over time, and the UV rays have changed the wood and just given that old cedar gray look. So yeah, we were fortunate on this one. We had 13 people, including myself, with the class that were designing the house, and so as a result, we were able to really pull a lot of ideas together. And yeah, we're really proud of the way that it came together. The inspiration, a lot of it came from the Distillery District, but actually a lot of it came from the house too. We pulled a lot of the original walls, and a lot of the time when you open up a house like this and you strip it back to the basics, you get inspired by some of the things that you come across, and that's what we like to do, is we restore. And so we tried to go out and research what the most current design is, and the most upscale design, with your help, looking at all the condos over the last year. And we're really proud of the way that this one's come together.
You should be.
Thank you.
I also wanted to point out the lighting. If you look at the lighting, it actually amplifies the walls. And you have this, what do you call it, Jeff? This type of lighting?
It's something that we salvaged from a junk. I call it a junk place, but it's a salvage store. Yeah. Yeah. So.
And it looks like the very industrial sort of hard loft.
Same sort of circa as the air of the house. Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, this house is from the 1800s, 1885, around there.
1889.
1889.
Yeah.
So what we're going to show you now is a little bit of a piece of history in this house. And what happened was when Jeff bought this house, you found something special and very meaningful to this house in the attic, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to show you what that piece is.
Want me to walk through?
Yeah, please. Sure. I want you to share this story.
Okay, so the previous owner actually found these in the house, and she was kind enough to hand them off to us. You can see inside of the shoe, it's size 2.5, and it was made on May 14th, 1889. Okay, and it's a handmade shoe for a full-size woman back in the late 1800s. So what we've done is we're actually standing in the renovated portion, or the addition of the house, but we've got some pictures here to show a little bit of the history of the house. Originally down here you can see that the date on this one is 1924, May 3rd the picture was taken. And the house that we're in is on the right, and that was a bungalow. And then shortly thereafter, you can see the horse and buggy to the left are excavating around the basement of that bungalow, and they actually raised the bungalow to be the same height as the neighboring house, as you can see in this picture over here. Okay,
so that's what the house looked like when you bought it.
Yeah, that was back in October, and the main floor walls, which you saw that were brick, are actually the foundation walls of the basement, because they raised the basement and the main floor so that they have 2 stories above grade and nothing below grade.
Okay, and then the final picture of what you guys just saw outside.
The last picture was taken in the last couple of weeks, and it's a third story. So there was a bungalow originally, and then a two-story, and now we just finished up with a three-story.
Okay, and you're planning on that's where a TV goes?
Yeah, all the televisions have Ethernet wiring, so you can stream directly from the internet, hardwired, and so that'll be a TV location for watching, say, the news in the morning or at dinner time or something like that.
Okay, and sorry, I wanted to go back to the shoes here. What's the meaning behind the shoes? Like, was it that the lady of the house had to take her best pair?
The lady of the house took her best pair of shoes and put them in the walls for good luck during the building of the house.
That's meaning. That's awesome. So then we get to the cabinets and the appliances which match the cabinets, and it's really rare that you'll see a white appliance. Mm-hmm. And this is actually a very unique appliance, and it matches identical to the cabinets. Beautiful. And this is a huge galley kitchen.
Yeah, it's a 20 feet long kitchen here by 14, so lots of storage space for pantry space here, and plenty of light, eastern exposure in the morning.
Yeah.
And steps up to the backyard, lots of storage in the shed. So
I see a lot of furniture here. You've obviously staged the place.
Yeah.
And it's very unique furniture. It makes the place look really great. So yeah, who helped you stage it?
We actually approached a couple of local businesses which were kind enough to supply us with the flowers and the interior furniture and the exterior furniture. The exterior furniture is from a store called Enchanted Teak, which is down on Queen East in the beaches here. We've got gorgeous teak furniture. I'm sure they're online, a great store with good prices. All of the interior furniture is from Design Republic near Bathurst and Queen. They're kind enough to lend us the furniture, and we love it. It's very loft style. I think it goes in really well with the rest of the house. And Jen Miller Designs supplied us with the flowers for the whole month of June. She's been kind enough to replace them on a weekly basis.
Nice.
So we're really happy that these people have all lent us their wares, and they're all local businesses that we're trying to help out. And if you ever are interested in learning more, then I'm sure that you can contact you or me.
I'll put them below the blog.
Okay.
And this is a backsplash. It's a brick backsplash.
This is a pretty close resemblance to the original brick from 1889 that's in the front of the house. We've actually sourced that is been imported from Chicago, and it's a brick facade. So it's actually mounted on drywall, so it's only about 3/4 of an inch thick of facing. But we use the same grout that we used in the front of the house so that it really ties in. And we've gone industrial style fixtures and whatnot, plumbing fixtures. And this is a Caesar stone, so there's no maintenance necessary.
Love it. Okay, let's go upstairs. Take the shoes.
That's okay.
So, like this railing right here.
That's a wrought iron railing. It's just
looks like a plumbing, right?
Yeah, just old wrought iron plumbing or HVAC pipes.
It's amazing though.
And you can pick them up at Home Depot, no problem.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know where you want to go.
So this is supposed to be where the laundry is.
Full-size stackable.
Okay.
Front loading.
Okay. And can we take a peek at the system in here?
Sure.
This is where the light switch on the right. So tell us just briefly what all these machines are here.
So all these pipes basically represent the in-floor heating system, and the hung wall boiler is a combi unit, which means that it's hot water on demand. There's no storage tank or rental hot water heater or anything. You turn the taps on and that fires up and that heats up the water. It also, on a separate portion inside of the unit, heats up the floors. Okay? Okay. We've got an HRV up here, heat recovery ventilator for cycling the air through the house. And all the pipes are inside of the floor.
Okay.
Here we've got Romeo and Juliet balcony.
Okay.
Okay, which opens up to the backyard, and Gives us lots of fresh air in here.
Nice.
Or just the outside.
And one thing I want you to point out here is in every room here, there's actually plugs for the TV, which will be complemented for every bedroom, right?
Yeah, all the bedrooms have internet wired televisions.
And these are all on rails, and then these like, you can actually alternate. Like this, the mirror can go there, that one can go there.
Yep. Yep, custom closets.
The reason why I'm mentioning this is these are the little things that make a house have the wow factor. The little things. Honestly, these are the little things that make a house turn from a $400,000 house to a $1 million house, especially in the beaches. Okay, it's the little things. You make this into a typical, just a builder style home, you're not going to get that. We were first anticipating this house to get about $700,000 when you first bought it.
Mm-hmm.
But after starting the process, you actually got into a lot more detail, a lot more emotion in this place.
There was a couple of things that changed while we were working in the area. We recognized that we could add a lot more value to the property because the neighboring properties were fetching upwards of $1.5 million, and that's only 2 or 3 doors away. And so it was a good opportunity for us to sink a little bit more in, but also take a lot more value and a lot more equity out. And these are the things that the people in the beaches look for. We went with really high-end taps and quality and all the stuff that's going to really last a long time. If you're building in an expensive area or an area that can command better rents or better sale values, then you can afford to put in better fixtures, and in the end it's good for everybody anyways, because as a landlord I don't have to maintain, or I can walk away if I want to sell and with a clear conscience.
Okay. All right. Here's the bathroom, and one of my favorite things in this bathroom is that you have this big mirror here, which is a direct replica of the actual window here.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like you have 2 mirrors, but actually one's a window. So that's a fantastic idea, and look at these really, modern faucets.
Yeah. So we've got his and hers basins. I've got a 5-foot standard bathtub. That's all limestone. And again, we've used local suppliers for high quality taps, custom cabinetry, and lots of options for the shower. There's a handheld, there's an overhead, and yeah, Caesar stone again for the countertops. So, and polished concrete floors again, just like the main floor.
Yeah, so you kept the polished concrete floors in here, and again, it's all heated underground.
Yeah.
So this is the second bedroom up here, and this is the addition that you made that we're going to go to right now, right?
Yeah, this is what the committee of adjustment was all about, putting the 3rd floor.
Okay, so we can make it with us. So this is the master bedroom and connected to the master ensuite.
That's right.
Yeah. The windows are up there. You get privacy, but you actually have a great view if you guys can see it from there. It's just gorgeous.
A southern exposure, so it's really bright in here. Master bedroom's 24 feet long by 14. And same thing throughout. We've got this bedroom actually has a 5.1 surround sound system wired into the ceiling. So you can watch your television and have good quality sound. Every floor is on its own zone for heating. We've got the engineered floor here, which is an oak, which can be sanded once, so it's an actual real oak floor. The air conditioning system's there. And again, trying to marry the industrial look all the way through. So the wood trim is the barn board style again. Good heat recovery ventilation system. And then we just installed these barn doors this week.
See, this is what I mean. Like, you're putting in barn doors. I just find that fascinating. I really do. It just gets me like, that's wow for me. Like you walk in, you're like, what do you mean barn doors? It adds so much character, right? It's not like a typical door that you just open up. It's a barn door.
It's So when it's open all the way, it gives you maximum access to the ensuite, covers up the toilet how it should. In the morning, the sun rises out over the deck, and there's a two-person soaker tub there.
How do you know if it's 2 people?
I read the directions. I'll tell you later.
So this is a rain shower, and it's got a water fountain as well?
That's right, yeah. And then we put try to stay with the industrial fixture. We drill the hole through the glass so that we can get maximum mirror. All the transoms above the doorways in order to get the maximum light in.
Okay, there's only one glass. Okay, so and then you have this walk up to the...
Yeah, this is a private deck for the master on the third here. 250 square feet.
So this is cedar.
Cedar deck, aluminum railings. There's a nice view. You can see a couple hundred meters north and south. Good place here for tanning in the morning. And you can see the stucco is very sort of California style.
So this is so you stuccoed basically the rest of the house, and you kept the front of the house with a brick facade, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So in a nutshell, Jeff, you bought this for $387.5 in October.
Mm-hmm.
You've put in approximately how much in just renovations?
$225.
So $225.
Yeah, that's no management fee, but that's my cost. Yeah.
Okay.
So I manage
it doesn't include carrying costs. It just includes renovations.
That's right.
Okay. And now it's worth about $1 million. So you can sell it. You guys can do the math. Or you can rent it. And you're going to get approximately for rent about $5,000 a month.
That's right.
And you've already had inquiries and everything.
Yep,
with
there's a
no
lot of
flinch on the
interest.
price at all, just in case you guys are wondering.
Yeah, the Beaches commands really good rents.
Yeah. So have you decided?
I'm going to speak to the accountant this week. It's for sale or for rent. I mean, I'm accepting offers, and you know, I can contact you, and yeah. So we're going to see how it goes here in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, I got something here that we're going to celebrate with. So just hold on one second. This definitely calls for a beautiful celebration. Jeff, I am extremely, extremely proud of you. You've done a fantastic job. You've inspired me. You've wowed me. And I hope you guys have gotten some value out of this throughout the whole Tales of the Trenches, as this is the final video. Congratulations. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.